Fun with acid base with universal indicator. Universal indicator or any indicator we are using to detect whether the solution is given neutral, acidic or basic. Here I have kept some water on the magnetic stirrer and we will check by using universal indicator the given solution is acidic, basic or neutral. This is the simple water what I already said. So, we will check the color in neutral. As this is the water, it shows the middle green, means the water is neutral. Now, in this water I am adding hydrochloric acid, means we will make this solution little bit acidic by adding HCl, means hydrochloric acid, and check the color is red, means universal indicator in acidic solution shows the red color. Now we will make this solution little bit basic by using basic solution sodium carbonate. And just observe the color change. It turns blue, means now the solution becomes basic. If we make fun with this given solution, now once again I am adding hydrochloric acid and just see the different colors. Here the yellowish, reddish and all the colors we can see. And once again the solution becomes acidic. This is the fun with universal indicator. Okay. This is our crystal garden and these are the crystals of alum. Alum means potassium aluminium sulfate. Blue color crystals of the copper sulfate and some are these crystals of borax, that is disodium tetraborate, and this is the sodium acetate. These are also the crystals. Some crystals are of the sugar crystals and some are of the crystals of regular table salt, that is sodium chloride. This is our colorful crystal garden. This is the apparatus called as separating funnel. If we want to separate two liquids, liquid can be separated by this separating funnel. Now I am going to pour some water and some oil. Water is formed in a lower layer and the oil is floating on the water because density of the water is more than the oil. If we shake this mixture and allow to settle for the 1 or 2 minutes, we will get lower side water is here and the floating liquid is oil. Then we can separate it by using the beaker. take a beaker, remove the lid and open the knob. Collect the water in a beaker. And the oil will remain in this separating funnel. In this way, we can separate liquid-liquid mixtures with different densities. This is the experiment of flame test. A flame test is an analytical procedure used in chemistry to detect the presence of certain elements, primarily metal ions, based on each element's characteristic emission spectrum. First, I am dipping this nicron loop in sodium metal. And observe carefully, and the color is orange, yellowish orange color used in sodium vapor lamps. Now another salt is strontium, and let's observe with a strontium salt. Oh, it shows bright pink. Third one, I am using calcium. The flame shows orange. Now with a copper sulfate, and just we will check the color with copper sulfate, and the color is bluish green. And last one with a potassium, it shows yellowish orange. And all these salts are used in these metal salts commonly used in firework. Fun with acid base indicator. For these, red cabbage is also natural indicator. Cut the red cabbage in a small pieces or in a slices. Boil these slices and you will get this red cabbage juice. Here are the some solutions, some are acidic and some are basic, and water is there, that is we know that water is neutral. Now we will add this red cabbage juice in one by one in a beaker, and we will identify which is acidic and which is basic. Red color, it shows that the given solution is acidic. Once again, red color, the given solution is acidic. Same color of red cabbage juice, no change, means given solution is neutral. It is greenish, means given color is basic, means alkaline. Given solution is alkaline. And also this is alkaline. And this is the also shows the pH is less than 7 means acidic and more than 7 means basic. And this is fun with red cabbage indicator, and this shows the color because of the anthocyanin pigment. This is the fun with red cabbage indicator. This is the unit of distillation. This is the round bottom flask, condensed tube outlet and inlet and beaker where we will collect the pure water. Here I have taken salt water. Salt is solid and water is liquid. Solid liquid separation, and we will get the pure liquid means water in that beaker. When we will heat the solid liquid mixture, we will get the vapors here, and by using the inlet and outlet, this vapor is condensed in a condensed tube and the water will be collected in that beaker. In this way, we will separate soluble solid liquid by using the distillation method. On ships, drinking water from sea water is obtained by this method. Separation technique of evaporation. For this, here I have taken salt and water. Salt will be soluble in water. Solid liquid substances can be separated by the evaporation. Soluble solid. So, salt and water mixed with each other, we can separate with evaporation. Now we will heat this mixture, salt and water, and water will evaporate and salt will remain in this dish. Now the water start to boiling, and in some time it will get evaporate and salt remains in this dish. Observe here, salt remains in this dish. Salt is obtained from sea water mainly by this method of evaporation. In a separation technique of solid liquid substances. So here in day-to-day life we can use this one. Solid liquid substances, insoluble solids can be separated by this strainer. Here is water and tea powder. If we mix with each other, we can separate by this strainer. Here the insoluble solid, tea leaves collected on this strainer and liquor is here. So we can separate solid liquid substances by using the method of filtration. Another membrane we are using here called as filter paper. Fold it and put it into this funnel. Muddy water can be separated by this filtration. Insoluble solid and liquid. Insoluble solid collected on the filter paper and the liquid is separate. This one is the filtration, and we are using, we can also use a cloth for this one. Same muddy water, insoluble solids collect on this cloth and liquid is separate from the solids. Separation technique is filtration. Separation method of hand picking. If wheat and pebbles mix together, we can separate by hand picking. Solid mixtures can be separated by hand picking. This is only useful when the particles are larger enough to be seen clearly. Also, we can separate grass and basil leaves. We can separate by hand picking. Solid mixtures can be separated. For the magnetic separation, we will do simple experiment. Here I have taken mixture of sand and iron filings and magnet. We can separate iron filings and sand by using a magnet. Magnet attracts magnetic substances like iron, cobalt and nickel. Here iron filings separated by the magnet. Scrap iron can be separated from a heap of garbage. Separation technique of sieving. For this we are using this one, sieve. Here wheat and semolina mixed together, we can separate by sieving. Sieving is used to separate a dry mixture which contains substances of a different sizes by passing it through a sieve. Solid mixtures can be separated by the sieving. Here semolina and wheat can be separated by sieving. Now we will do sublimation. Here are some sublimentary substances. These are the iodine balls, ammonium chloride, naphthalene balls and camphor. If iodine balls and salt mix with each other, we can separate with sublimation. This one, iodine balls and salt, and I am putting this funnel. Certain solid substances which when heated directly change into vapor without passing through intermediate liquid state. This substance are called sublimentary substances. Here iodine gets starts. Purple color fumes are there. You can see here fumes. Salt remains in this dish, and here are the crystals of iodine. Sublimation, this process is called as sublimation. Separation technique of winnowing. Here I have taken peanuts and I have to separate peanuts from the peels. So do this method of winnowing. It is used to separate heavier and lighter components of a mixture by wind blowing air. This method is commonly used for farmers to separate the lighter particles from heavier seeds. Solid mixtures can be separated by this method. Experiment of chromatography. Material required: filter paper, tissue paper, sketch pen and glass with water. Here I have taken black sketch pen and brown color sketch pen. Draw any shape or design on filter paper. And make a hole with a scissor or any pointed material. And here I have made a hole. Now take a filter paper. Now take a tissue paper and insert it into the hole of filter paper. Just like this. And hold this assembly into the glass. And you can see beautiful patterns on the filter paper with a brown sketch pen and black sketch pen. Why this happens? Because filter papers are made up of cellulose. Due to the attraction between cellulose and water, the capillary action takes place and water climbs up in the filter paper. The components of the ink has either single or a mixture of multiple color pigments. Each pigment has different solubility in water. The most soluble dyes move further on the filter paper, while the least soluble pigments moves to the least distance. Chromatography is a technique used for separation of individual components of a given mixture. As we know that turmeric is natural indicator. Here I have made a paste of turmeric with water and I apply on the white paper. Now I am going to write some message or text for you. This is simple acid-base reaction. Turmeric in acid, no change, but in basic solution it shows red in color, and this is the solution of detergent powder.